Hi, I'm Nicola from the Teaching and Learning Centre, and I'm going to walk you through the new way to record our hours for hourly paid and part-time staff. It's a pretty simple system and definitely more aesthetically pleasing than the previous one. I'll go over where to access your timesheets, entering your hours, submitting the timesheet, and at the end, I'll go through how to record sick time if applicable. If you do have any questions about this process, please contact either your supervisor or HR and they'd be happy to help. So timesheets are now accessed through the employee dashboard on Wired. The old way of going through the SMC self-service tab will still be available until the end of January. However, I recommend getting used to the new way as soon as you can. So to go to the employee dashboard, there's a few ways. You can click on the Human Resources tab on Wired, or you can click on the direct link just underneath, which is called Employee Dashboard. So if you click on the Human Resources tab, there's a board of HR information. On the left-hand side, you can access the frequently asked questions and also a more in-depth training video for Employee Dashboard. Student workers can also access this through the Student Resources tab. So I'm just going to open up my dashboard now. So there's lots of information on here, and I'm sure you also have a very flattering photo of yourself on your dashboard. You can access your profile and also any sick hours if applicable. So like I said, there's a lot of information on here, but the main thing I'm focusing on today is how to submit your timesheet. So on the right-hand side, under My Activities, if you click on the Enter Time button, that will take you to all of your timesheets. So this is any timesheets that are in progress or any previous timesheets you've submitted. So I haven't submitted any on this system yet, so I only have one in progress. On the right-hand side, you can click the I button and it tells you your submission date, and also anyone who will approve your timesheet as well. So I'm just going to click on my timesheet and open it up. Okay, and here I've been playing around a little bit. At the top in the table, I've added some hours already. These aren't actually my hours, so I need to delete everything and so we can start again. So on the right-hand side, there's a restart time button. This will delete everything, so it does come up with a warning. So, and there we go. So I've deleted everything. So I'm going to go through and start on Monday the 4th. When I click on it, that's the day that I'm adding time to, and it will be highlighted blue. So under earn code, the main one that you will be using is regular pay. So if you click on regular pay and then you can go through to the start time, you can change this by clicking on the clock and then scrolling through. So I'm going to start at 8 a.m. and then my end time, I'll click on the clock again and scroll through to 3 p.m. and click set. Okay, so this is 7 hours, and then just make sure that you do click save in the bottom right hand side, and this will save in the table at the top of the page. So if you want to add more time to that, so say that you had a lunch break or some time in between your shifts, you can just add more time. So 5 p.m. and then my end time is going to be a late one, so let's say 9 p.m. and click save. So once you click save, that will add all the hours together into the table, so it will make 11 hours. So if you work regular hours throughout the week, you can copy these hours across. So if you click on the copy button, you can either copy to the end of the pay period, or you can click on individual days to copy the hours too. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, click save, and in the table at the top, it will add the hours in. So you can also edit these hours as well. So you can click on the delete button on the right hand side and either click to delete individual time blocks like this, or you can click on the right hand side delete button and that will delete everything from that day. So anything that you've copied over won't also delete. Make sure that you do save this. If you click on the right hand side, you can save it. I'm just going to go through quickly and just show you how to submit to add in sick time. So for the sick leave, click on the earn code sick leave, and then you can put in your time. So 8 a.m. until let's say 10 a.m. I was sick. So I'll click set and that will be 2 hours. If I click on add more time, that will add more sick leave. So I'm going to click save. So at the moment I have in my table 2 hours of sick leave. So to add more time, so say you came into work after that, click on add earn code. And this will bring up the regular pay, and then you can click through. So at 10, let's say 10 a.m., I felt okay to come into work. I click set, and then I finished at, say maybe 12. Oh no, let's say 3 p.m. and then set. And then if I click save, in the table at the top, it will change to 7 hours. So 5 hours of regular pay and 2 hours of sick pay. Okay. So you can also preview everything that you've added in so far by clicking on the preview button on the right hand side. There's also a comment option, which is in a yellow box just on the preview screen. So you can add in any information that you'd like your supervisor to know. So if you worked different hours from your scheduled shift, you can put that in there. Okay, and then you can click submit. I'm not actually going to click submit because these aren't my hours. So I'm just going to scroll off, but that's pretty much the main things you really need to know about the timesheet. I'm just going to go back. You can always access everything after you've submitted it as well from this screen. So yeah, this is pretty much it. You can also access the pay periods as well. So you can go through and also have a look at any of the previous comments that you've made. So on the right hand side, there'll be a little speech bubble, and if anyone's added any comments to your hours, you can see them there. Okay, so the dashboard is pretty simple. If you do have any questions, you can always go to the employee dashboard frequently asked questions via the HR tab, or reach out to your supervisor and they'd be happy to help. Thanks for listening and have a great day. Bye-bye.